And Anas ibn Malik radiallahu ta'ala anhu is shocked. He's thinking, what can I even do? He felt extremely powerless. And the Bedouin is looking at the Prophet alayhi salam, and he says, you owe me money, ya Muhammad. You owe me money. Give me my money. And so I want to stop this story right here, because there's some very interesting details to take away from this. The Prophet ﷺ, throughout his whole interaction, when he's turned away from this random Bedouin, he didn't change his demeanor at all. After being yanked and looking at him, Anas ibn Malik radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, it was as though a smile came on the face of the Prophet ﷺ as he was being turned. And so let us just think about that for a second. Imagine us walking in the random streets of Houston, Texas, downtown Houston, and a random person hits my shoulder. We're looking at this person, looking back at this person with anger, with disgust. Like, who does this person think they are to hit my shoulder? And let's just say, for example's sake, that this person is someone that we know. We would turn around with anger, with resentment, but then we would find out to realize that, oh, this is my friend. Assalamu alaikum, Muhammad, how are you? But regardless of these two scenarios, the first initial reaction, the knee-jerk reaction that we have, is filled with anger. And so that's something that's really important to realize, that the Prophet ﷺ, he understood that his knee-jerk reaction, his initial reaction, will not be of one that's negative. And so we need to understand that being a good Muslim is not just about the way we dress. It's not just about how long we stay in sajda. It's not just about how we pray salah. Although this is a very big part of the picture, the other half of it, though, is makarim al-akhlaq, the good character that we have with one another. And so just to conclude the final points, first, we talk about our online presence. We need to be mindful of our online presence. The messages that we send on a day-to-day basis, the emails that we send, we need to uphold the same level of character that we would in a face-to-face conversation. We need to uphold the same level of significance that we would in a face-to-face conversation. And moving on to the second point, when it comes to our face-to-face interactions, we need to work on our knee-jerk reaction. We need to work on our initial reaction when something is thrown at us. I cannot count the amount of times that I've seen a convert take the shahada because of the character that they've seen of a Muslim. And I'm sure Imam Ahmed Afridi can attest to this as well. And so lastly, moving on to how we can build our character from here on out, we need to fill the gap of knowledge that we have with learning about the Prophet ﷺ. Nowadays, we tend to look at celebrities, we tend to look at, for the youth, TikTokers, we tend to look at business tycoons, and we try to imitate them. We try to imitate what they do. We try to imitate the way they interact with people. And this is primarily due to the fact that we have a gap of knowledge about our beloved Prophet ﷺ. We have a gap of knowledge with the way he interacted with people, the way he interacted with his wife. And so, I want us all to set the goal that, inshallah, we learn about the Prophet. We learn the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ, whether that be through books, podcasts, lectures. And I'm sure Imam Ahmed Afridi has plenty of resources. And lastly, to conclude this khutbah, I want to give us an actionable step as to how we can build our character from here on out. When the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, talks about the importance of giving salam, he says, you give salam to the people that you know, and you give salam to the people whom you don't recognize as well, whom you do not know. And so today I want us all to set the intention that by the time we leave Jum'ah, by the time we leave the masjid, that we say Assalamu alaikum to at least one random person. One person that we do not know. And so, inshallah, we ask Allah to allow us to be of those with the best of character and be the most beloved to Him. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Inshallah, peace.